I'm Deep Mahaman and you're watching the Redmen TV.
Hello, welcome to the Redmen TV. It's Back Pages live. Yeah, anyway, it's the 29th of December. I'm here. I've got my copy of the Liverpool Echo. I'm going to talk you through some of the big stories that they're talking about and a little bit more. Besides, most importantly, the Blues left flat broke. Again, I don't think they've gone for a pun there, unless there's something that I've missed. If there's something I've missed there, please let me know in the comments below. Obviously, very Everton heavy, following their 4-3 defeat to Stoke City the other day. If you go back a few pages, however, which I've done really smoothly, the Liverpool news presents itself. Some actually really interesting stuff. First of all, Fabio Borini's revealed that he wants to score against his former employers more than anyone else. There's a great bit in it, and let's see if I can find the actual line. Yes, I'd like to score against Liverpool more than anyone else. I've said everything I want to already about my time there, which basically tells you how much Fabio Borini doesn't really like Liverpool and doesn't remember his time here particularly fondly. Just a random interesting bit that Jurgen Klopp was offered the chance to manage West Ham, and apparently Rafa was, again I'll air quote, 2 hours away from being appointed. Rafa could have been the West Ham boss, but chose to look at Real Madrid, as you do. Yeah, so there you go. Interesting stuff if you're watching. If you've not seen Jurgen Klopp's pre-Sunderland press conference, go and check it out. This is Anfield YouTube channel, but very interesting thing that he talks about. Talks in very glowing terms about Jordan Henderson and what he offers to midfield. He speaks a lot about Dejan Lovren as well, and says that he was told that Lovren was a bit shit when he arrived, but he's seen nothing to suggest that's the truth since he's seen him, since he's come in. And I think Chris and I did a discussion on who's our best centre-half, which, is that live? Yeah. It's live on the YouTube channel and the website right now. About who is our best centre-half, and I think there's a very strong case to be made that consistently since he's come in, particularly under Klopp, that it's been Dejan Lovren. So that's an interesting one. One thing that didn't make it into the paper, which only really came out today, which is the big thing I want to talk about. So I've gone to actually gone again to the live. I think the Guardian came out with this last night, and the Echo really having their fingers on the pulse. Put it out 5 minutes ago. John Flanagan will make his long-awaited return from injury. That's just to prove that it's a real thing. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, he's played with a run-up for Liverpool in the 21s today. He's playing against Fleetwood Town in a friendly at the Academy at a 1 p.m. kickoff. Very interesting that, because obviously we've been saying very light in the fullback areas, and I think that Randall's done a good job, and I think that Brad Smith has done a good job in recent weeks of coming in and just being, decent options in games that you're not necessarily. The games that you can afford to experiment a little bit, which have been the cup games so far. I think they've done very well. And it's a funny one, because I wonder whether John Flanagan's one of those players that's maybe grown better in his absence somehow. But I don't think you can look past the 2013-14 season. He was an integral part of that side, and we spent so much of the early part of that season saying, oh yeah, he's limited though, isn't he? He's not really that good. And we the Scouse Cafu stuff was a bit tongue-in-cheek. But the best thing about it was that we kind of forgot that it was tongue-in-cheek, and we started to kind of just embrace it and give him loads of praise and loads of support, because again, local lad. And I know there's probably a lot of Liverpool fans who think we maybe put too much on that at times, I don't know, but for me personally, I just love seeing Scouse lads in the team. And the best thing about it is it's not just saying Scouse lads for Scouse lads' sake, because there's loads of lads who play footy in this city. Most of them, the vast majority, are not good enough to play for Liverpool. But what Flanagan brings is the heart and the determination and desire that we don't have amongst our players since Steven Gerrard and since Jamie Carragher left. And other players have got it, like Henderson's got it, I think Lucas has got it, I think James Milner's got it. I think there's a lot of players who do have it in the squad, but there's just something that you get an extra 5%, or even if it's an extra 1%. Football's about fine margins, and I think you get that from just being a local boy and growing up a Liverpool fan and what have you. So for me, I'm absolutely delighted to see John Flanagan back in training. I hope he has a good game. Look, it'll be a month or two, I'd expect, before he's remotely capable of being anywhere near the first team, if he's even able to get back to that level. I really hope he is, though, because I love him, and I just fondest memory's got to be him getting a lob on after scoring. Was it against Spurs? And he was just so happy in every possible sense. So that's great. We'll probably do a little bit more on that later in the week as and when it develops. Hopefully he gets through it unscathed, and hopefully he can get himself back into contention for the first team. Anyway, let us know your thoughts on things we've discussed. Let us know your thoughts on John Flanagan. Are you happy to see him back? Are you excited to see the Scouse Cafu rocking up and down the left and or right wing, getting erections, scoring goals? Is that what you've missed in your life? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, give the video a thumbs up. We'll be back post-Sunday. We've got some great content on the website. We've got fantastic content across all platforms because that's what we do for you. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Ta-ra.
With Lovren, Sacco and Alberto Moreno, I think that Klopp might just change it up a little bit. You know, Chan and Henderson started in the weekend against Leicester City, but I think Lucas might come back into this game and Emre Can. Now, the reason I think that this might happen is just because still Henderson's come off what was a really lengthy injury, and you know, a couple of games in 4 days with another game looming against West Ham in the very near future could